Hello, today I'd like to talk about chapter 25 in our literature book, pages 830 through 879. Fixed poetic forms. Form, an overall shape and structure. If that structure has been long established, it will have a name. An example is iambic pentameter. Fixed form. Fixed form describes an arrangement of text that requires a poet to obey set written combinations. Example would be sonnet. Open form. Open form refers to poetry ungoverned by metrical and rhyme schemes. Example would be Psalms in the Bible. Line. Line is a row of words containing phrases and or sentences. Blank verse. Blank verse is the simplest form, and it consists of unrhymed lines of verses all in the same meter, usually iambic pentameter. Stanza. Stanza is a unit of two or more lines set off by an extra line space, often sharing the same rhythm and meter. Heroic couplet. Two lines of rhymed iambic pentameter. Tercet. Group of three lines of poetry. Quatrains. Four-line stanzas, most popular in English poetry. A ballad. Ballad stanza is a quatrain in which the first and the third lines possesses four stresses, whereas the second and fourth have three stresses. An example is Sir Patrick Spence by Bob Dylan. Common measure uses iambic quatrains with the same alternating four stresses. Three stresses meters, but sometimes with an AB rhyme scheme. Sonnets. Sonnets are a 14-line poem in a recognizable pattern of rhyme, often metered in iambic pentameter. Petrarchan sonnet, most frequently used sonnet. Octave has 8 lines, and a sestet has 6. Shakespearean sonnet. It's composed of 3 quatrains and a final couplet, all in iambic pentameter and rhymed. Sestina. 6 stanzas composed of 6 lines each, the example of sestina. Pantome. Lines grouped into quatrains, and there can be as many or as few stanzas. Example would be First Pantome of Summer. Haiku. Haiku has 17 syllables and 3 lines. It's a 5-7-5 structure. An example is the poem Deep Autumn. Epigrams. Epigrams are very short, often satirical poems on a single subject. Example of the poem is Smile Young. Limerick. A light, often humorous verse consisting of 5 lines. An example is the poem There Was an Old Man with a Gong. Elegy. A poem of lamentation memorializing the death or contemplating some nuance of life's melancholy. An example of the poem is to be The Athlete Dying Young. An ode no longer abides the poet to a specific rhyme scheme or stanza length. My example is the poem The Ode to the West Wind.